Hey, I'm Oliver, and today we're uncovering forgotten battles, clashes you've probably never heard of, but that dramatically shaped history. While famous battles like Gettysburg or Waterloo get all the attention, some less-known engagements quietly changed the course of humanity. What hidden fight shifted the balance of power without ever making it into the spotlight? Let's kick things off by travelling back to 732 AD, the Battle of Tours. This crucial showdown between Frankish forces, led by Charles Martel, and the invading Umayyad Caliphate from Spain, had massive implications. Imagine this. Had Charles Martel lost, all of Europe could have fallen under Islamic rule, drastically altering the continent's culture and history. Yet, today, very few even recognize the name. Why did this pivotal moment fade into obscurity? While you think about that, let's leap forward to the often overlooked Battle of Saratoga in 1777. This battle marked the turning point of the American Revolutionary War, convincing France to openly support the American cause. Without this French alliance, could the young colonies have defeated the mighty British Empire? Probably not. And without American independence, the entire global landscape might look completely different today. But here's something even more intriguing. Have you ever heard of the Battle of Ain Jalut in 1260? Probably not. Yet this fierce clash between the Mamluks of Egypt and the unstoppable Mongol Empire literally changed world history. Until Ain Jalut, the Mongols were undefeated, conquering vast swathes of land from China to Eastern Europe. But this unexpected defeat halted their advance, saving Europe and the Middle East from total devastation. Could a single forgotten battle really hold that much significance? Speaking of unexpected turning points, let's jump to 9 AD and the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. Germanic tribes ambushed and annihilated 3 entire Roman legions. The loss shocked Rome so deeply that the empire abandoned its ambitions to conquer Germania. Imagine an alternate history where Rome successfully absorbed Germanic tribes. Europe might have evolved completely differently. This dramatic ambush reshaped an entire continent, yet how many history books even mention it? Now, let's move eastward to the naval Battle of Tsushima in 1905. This decisive fight between Russia and Japan not only ended the Russo-Japanese War, but also marked the first time an Asian power defeated a European nation in modern warfare. The psychological impact resonated globally, challenging perceptions of Western dominance and inspiring countless anti-colonial movements throughout Asia. But why does this groundbreaking victory barely appear in Western history lessons? If naval battles catch your interest, the Battle of Lepanto in 1571 is another forgotten gem. A massive naval clash between the Holy League, an alliance of European states, and the Ottoman Empire, Lepanto was the largest naval battle of its time. Europe's victory halted Ottoman expansion into the Mediterranean, shaping cultural and political boundaries for centuries. Yet, this battle rarely receives the recognition it deserves. What other critical moments have we overlooked in our history? But let's pause a moment. Battles aren't always about who wins or loses. Sometimes they're about who survives. That brings us to the Battle of Kohima in 1944, often called the Stalingrad of the East. British and Indian troops faced brutal combat against invading Japanese forces. Their hard-fought victory stopped Japan's advance into India, preserving Allied dominance in the region during World War II. Despite its significance, Kohima remains overshadowed by battles fought in Europe and the Pacific Islands. Could overlooking battles like Kohima distort our understanding of global conflicts? There's a reason these battles have faded from memory. Sometimes history overlooks what doesn't fit neatly into popular narratives. But uncovering these forgotten stories isn't just fascinating, it's vital to understanding our world today. And trust me, we're just getting started. Next, I'll reveal even more surprising clashes, including battles that altered entire civilizations without anyone noticing. Keep watching, because the most unexpected turns in history are still ahead. Let's pick up where we left off, with more battles that quietly reshaped history, despite rarely making headlines. Ever wondered how a single forgotten battle could change an entire continent? Let's dive straight into the Battle of Yarmouk in 636 AD. This clash between Arab Muslim forces and the Byzantine Empire decisively shifted power in the Middle East. Had the Byzantines prevailed, Islam's rapid expansion might have stalled, drastically altering religious and cultural landscapes today. Yet, why does this monumental battle remain largely hidden? While pondering that, consider the Battle of Plassey in 1757. In India, British East India Company forces faced local rulers in a deceptively small skirmish. But this quick fight transformed into Britain's first significant foothold in India, paving the way for centuries of colonial rule. Imagine if Plassey had swung the other way. Would Britain have become a global empire? Or would history look drastically different? But here's a twist. Sometimes battles impact history not through conquest, but through the power of inspiration. Take the Battle of Puebla in 1862, celebrated today as Cinco de Mayo. An outnumbered Mexican force unexpectedly defeated French invaders, boosting national pride. Although Mexico eventually fell to France, this single victory symbolized resistance and unity, shaping cultural identity far beyond the battlefield. Ever wondered why Cinco de Mayo became globally famous while its historical details remained largely unknown? Now, let's explore a lesser-known clash from ancient China, the Battle of Red Cliffs in 208 AD. This naval showdown dramatically altered Chinese history by preventing the powerful warlord Cao Cao from unifying the nation. Instead, China fractured into three competing kingdoms, fundamentally shaping Chinese politics and culture for centuries. What if Cao Cao had succeeded? Would China's vibrant diversity and culture have evolved differently? Speaking of ancient shifts, the Battle of Chalons in 451 AD is another forgotten turning point. Roman and Visigothic forces joined to halt Attila, the Huns' devastating advance through Europe. Had Attila triumphed, European civilization could have collapsed entirely. How different would Europe look today without this overlooked victory? And finally, let's consider the dramatic siege of Vienna in 1683. Ottoman forces nearly conquered Vienna, threatening to dominate Central Europe. But at the last moment, Allied European forces launched a daring relief effort, reversing the Ottoman advance. This pivotal battle marked the beginning of Ottoman decline in Europe, yet surprisingly few people know its story. Could European history have shifted permanently had Vienna fallen? Uncovering forgotten battles like these isn't just about correcting history. It's about revealing hidden turning points that quietly shaped our modern world. Each clash represents a moment when history stood balanced on a knife edge, shifting in directions we now take for granted. But here's the big question. If these critical moments vanished from popular memory, what other hidden events might still be silently influencing our lives today? That's a mystery worth pondering. Stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, sometimes the most overlooked events hold the greatest secrets. Which forgotten battle surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts.